There's not one crisis I've handled where I haven't done a standby statement. Not one that I can think of. And the standby statement is like an insurance policy to the analytical executives, the risk managers, and the attorneys. They get it. They understand why you want to be prepared. So here's one example. Christian high school. Going off on Easter break. And I've said this many times, crises happen when it's inconvenient. Crises happen when your executives are on vacation, when it's 4:30 on a Friday, when it's a holiday. That's when they need you. That's when they need us. So late in the day, it's Thursday, the day before Good Friday, and the Christian high school was going to be on break. President gets a phone call from a district attorney, and the district attorney says, "We just picked up your volleyball coach. He was on a website trolling for young women. And we picked him up because one of our DAs was masquerading as a young woman. It was a sting operation. And we want to let you know because we are going to send out a press release in the morning." Thank you very much, Mr. DA. Police officers, regulatory agencies do this. Why do they do this? They want to show the public that they're working for you. So the president called me, and we had a big meeting with 15 people, and we're talking, and their instinct was, let's not do anything. Think about it. What can you really do? The DA's office is going to send out a press release in the morning. Do you have any control over the district attorney? No. Do you have any control over where they're sending this press release or the media calls you might be getting? You have no control, but you do have the ethical responsibility to inform who?
The parents.
You bet. To inform the extended family of the school. You get the story first. You manage the story and you manage the emotions around the story when you are out in front, because then the parent says, when they read in the paper, I knew that. I heard it from the president of the school. I have the facts. And the story almost doesn't even become important. But the idea is that most of the time when I'm called in and when you're called in, it's because the executives are number one concerned about who? The media. That's why they call us. And a lot of times that's not the most important audience. You start to process this and say, who is most important to you? And all of a sudden the media starts to drop down the priority list. Our important audiences were the parents and the faculty and the staff. So we have to use our best professional judgment, and we have to use context. Have stories like this appeared before? If the answer is yes, that's a good guide. If our competitors experienced a similar situation and the story lingered for months, maybe we ought to pay attention and act on it. Every situation will be entirely different than the other situation. There's never going to be one crisis exactly like another crisis.